Having troubles, Dan?
Bully troubles.
Oh, so Buster's playing the bully game.
The bully game?
Well, you see, there are some people who push other people around because it makes them feel important. It's a mean sort of game that bullies play. But you can play your own game, Dan. Show Buster you can stand up for your rights without picking a fight.
Are there any bullies on the island of Sodor?
Oh, yes. Even on the island of Sodor. I think it's time I told you about Bulgy. It was a special holiday on the island of Sodor. Bertie the bus was working harder than ever before. All the engines were busy, too. Duck was waiting for his next journey. Near him stood a red bus, but he didn't look friendly like Bertie. The bus growled as he gazed at the happy passengers. "Stupid nonsense," he grumbled. "I wouldn't have brought them if I'd known. I'd have had a breakdown or something." "I'm glad you didn't," smiled Duck. "You'd have spoiled their fun." "Bah! Enjoyment is all you engines live for. One day railways will be ripped up." Duck felt shocked at such an idea. "We have a friend called Bertie, and he's a bus, but he likes the railway. Sometimes he teases us about it, but he'd never want to see it ripped up." "Huh," growled the bus. "I know Bertie. He's too small in size to be of any use." Duck took no notice. That bus is silly, he thought, as he steamed away. At the junction, Duck told Oliver all about him. "I call him Bulgy," chuckled Oliver, and then he puffed happily away. But that afternoon, when the two engines met again, Oliver was no longer laughing. "Bulgy's friend has come," he said. "He's rude, too. He's taking Bulgy's passengers home and leaving Bulgy free to steal ours." "But he can't," objected Duck. "Bulgy says he can get them to the big station before us." "Rubbish," replied Duck. "It's much farther by road." "Yeah," continued Oliver, "but Bulgy says he knows a shortcut." That evening, the engines were preparing for the homeward rush. "Where are the passengers?" they wondered. "Look!" shrilled Oliver. "Look at Bulgy. He's a mean scarlet deceiver." Bulgy was wearing a large sign saying railway bus. "Yeah, poo snubs," he jeered as he roared away. "Come on," puffed Duck to his coaches. "Let's see what he's up to." Duck wanted to get back at Bulgy, but he wasn't sure how. Then, in the distance, Duck saw a man waving a red flag. That meant danger. The line here crosses a narrow road, and there was Bulgy, wedged firmly under the bridge. "So this was his shortcut," chuckled Duck. "He tricked us," shouted Bulgy's passengers. "He said he was a railway bus, but he wouldn't accept our return tickets. He wanted us to think railways are no good." Duck's crew examined the bridge. "It's risky, but we must help the passengers." "Passengers are urgent," agreed Duck. Duck slowly and carefully set off across the bridge. Bulgy wailed as he felt the bridge quiver. "Oh! Oh!" "Stop!" he shouted. "It might fall on me." "That would serve you right for telling lies," said Duck. But the bridge didn't collapse. Duck made good time, and all the passengers caught their trains. The bridge is now mended, but not, unfortunately, Bulgy and his ways. He never learned sense. He's a hen house now, and his lies can do no harm. The hens never listen to them anyway.
Did Bulgy ever beat up anybody?
Well, I can't say that he did, but he did lie, and he did make fun of the engines. And that's another way of being a bully.
Well, Buster said he beat me up. I'm going to hide.
Now wait, let's examine the situation.
I'm going to hide first.
Dan, instead of hiding, have a look in here.
Who is that guy who spoils the cowboy's fun? The one who always hides behind a mustache and a gun. The one who comes around and makes the gentle people run. He's the bad guy. The bad guy. Who is that guy who's always in your way? The one who wants to beat you up when you just want to play. The one who, like a thunderstorm, can ruin a summer day. He's a bad guy. A bad guy. Sometimes it seems he's all over the place, jumping out from bushes, throwing dirt in your face. It seems your life is cursed and you don't know what to do. Oh, well, my friend, I got a helpful piece of news for you. A bully's a guy who likes to think he's tough, but underneath he's gutless as his mama's powder puff. And if you finally stand your ground and shout, "I've had enough," that bully will get going when he sees the going's rough, and you're a good guy. Who's now a glad guy, and the bad guy is now a sad guy, 'cause you got mad guy, and that bad guy's gone for good, for good. When the good guys do what they should, the bad guys get going for
Now, does that give you any ideas?
I'd better hide.
Sometimes with a bully, you just have to stand up to them. Say, "I've had enough."
This guy is big.
What if I talk to him?
Oh, no, Mr. Conductor. He's mean. Stay away from him.
Maybe he'll listen to me.
He picks on me because I'm smaller. He'll really pick on you. You better hide, too. Please.